Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 products from Colourpop for the year of 2020. So I was going to film this a lot earlier. I just honestly forgot about it. But here we are. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, is kind of film my top 10 of Colourpop. But Colourpop's always coming out with different products. And I had the amazing opportunity to get on the Colourpop PR list through a giveaway, and it has been such a blessing. And I've been able to try out so many other Colourpop products that I probably wouldn't have been able to try if I didn't win the giveaway. So I'm eternally grateful for the opportunity, and I'm also eternally grateful just because I was able to create so much content with the products that I received that I probably wouldn't have been able to if I didn't win the giveaway. So it was really hard for me to narrow down 10 products from Colourpop that really stood out to me, that were some of my favorites, that were either items that I reached for throughout the year, or it was just an item that I just was really excited about and really ended up loving. So it was super hard for me to do, and I probably am going to do more than 10, but I'm going to try to keep it just at 10. Alrighty, so most of my products are in this Take Me With You bag that I got from Fourth Ray Beauty. But I also have a few products that didn't fit in there. So this is in no particular order. I'm honestly just going to grab an item from the bag and we're just going to talk about it. So the first item is this highlighter. It's a Super Shock highlighter called The Real Thing. This one came out with, it's like the Nude Mood collection or something like that. I think this was the highlighter that came with that one. And this is what it looks like. So it has a massive mirror and you guys can see the Super Shock highlighter right there. It is marbled, which is going to give you a little bit more of a dual chrome. That is what I have on my cheekbones right now, so you guys can see how super blinding and pigmented it is, and it just is absolutely stunning. Like, the moment that I saw this color, I knew that I needed it in my life. And I actually picked up both of the highlighters from the collection, but I find myself reaching for this one a little bit more. It doesn't look like it was really used that much, but I have so many highlighters. But whenever I'm in a pinch, this is definitely one that I reach for. And especially because of the size of the mirror, I love using this mirror to like do my makeup because it's such a lightweight compact too. So definitely, if you haven't tried this one, you need to. Another product that I really liked, surprisingly, was from the Mulan collection. This is the pressed powder blush in the shade called Matchmaker. This is what it looks like right here. I remember when I reviewed this collection that I was saying how the collection was so like all the blushes were so pale and that it wasn't going to show up on me, but surprisingly, like, look at that. That's what I have on my cheeks right now, and it definitely doesn't like give you like this intense blushy look, but I really like it because it gives you this really nice subtle just little flush of color to the cheeks while also almost contouring your face at the same exact time. And surprisingly, for my skin tone, it actually did appear really nicely. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is still available on the website and is actually on sale. So if you guys are wanting a really natural everyday blush, I highly recommend you guys try out Matchmaker. It is definitely absolutely gorgeous, and even though it has the little micro glitters inside of it, which I don't know if you can see it that well, it does not show up that way at all on your skin. It actually just gives you a really nice, pretty fresh glow to the skin, which I really enjoy as well. Then another item that I was really like blown away with was the cream shadows that Colourpop came out with. I know that these were so popular when they came out with them because everyone was like, oh my gosh, those are just like the MAC paint pots, and they pretty much are. It's pretty much like a cream shadow that you can use as an eyeshadow base, or you can use it to prime your eyes. You can use it just as an eye shadow, or you can use it to like intensify your makeup look. This is in the shade called Laurel. This one is the one that looks the most like painterly paint pot. I really like it because it has a little bit of that like pink undertone to it, so I feel like it really brightens up my eyes and kind of gets rid of any darkness that I have going on my eyelids as well. And I really feel like it does a really good job at making your eyeshadow wear all day, and it doesn't feel drying at all. I do like this a little bit more than the MAC paint pots because the paint pots I felt like were so thick, super cakey, and almost like dried out my eyelids. This definitely did not. And they have them in a bunch of different shades. I did not like the ones that came in the I don't remember which collection this was. I think this was Wild Nothing, and then they came out with some more with the Sandstone collection, and I hated those because they had glitter in them, and like the glitter just made your eyeshadow look really muddy. So I like these better than the ones with the glitter in them for sure. So definitely this is something that if you're looking for a good eyeshadow base, you need to try out. So then another launch that I absolutely loved, I think this came out in 2020. It might have come out in 2019 and I don't remember, but I used it pretty much every single day in 2020, and it was the Pretty Fresh concealer. So I tried the Pretty Fresh Scented Moisturizer first and I really loved it. Then I tried the concealer and became obsessed. So then I had to try the foundation, and I liked the foundation. It was good, but it did kind of oxidize a little bit. So that's the only thing I didn't like about it. But the concealer is just so good. Like I used to love the No Filter concealer, but for some reason, when I lived in Florida, whenever it was really hot and humid outside, it would literally disappear from my nose. And it would happen to like a few of my clients too. Like they would go outside and then come back inside and their like nose concealer was gone. So I discovered this one, and this one does not do that at all. It doesn't get cakey at all. It just smooths out underneath your eyes, really gives you a nice hydration, and you can build up the coverage if you want to. I will say that it's not going to be a super full coverage, but it will give you a really nice finish. And I am in the shade Medium Dark 120W. Another release from 2020 that I was obsessed with all year long was the Luxe Colourpop Luxe glosses. These are just phenomenal. I love the fact that that's what I have on my lips right now. This is in the shade Check-In. I love the fact that they're just so lightweight, really make your lips look nice and plumped. And it doesn't really pass the hair test 100%, but it's not as sticky as like other glosses out there. And I feel like you get a really nice glossy look for a couple of hours. I'd say probably like at least an hour and a half, 2 hours, if you're not eating. Obviously if you eat, it's going to come off, but I really love them a lot. And the applicator on it was probably my most favorite thing about it, because it was that larger doe foot applicator right there, that has that little ball right there with the product in there. It just really hugs your lip really nicely. So this was one of those products that I really liked, and I feel like they came out with them in almost every single collection that Colourpop came out with. And then speaking of the Luxe line, the Luxe Velvet lipsticks are absolutely phenomenal. These were some of my favorites for sure. These are just two random shades. One of them is in the shade Lucky Cat, which actually I do remember from my lip swatch video with these, that this was one of my favorite shades. It's like this really pretty like pinky reddish color. I just feel like it's just absolutely perfect if you just want like a nice wash of color on your lips, but you don't want anything too intense. And you can kind of blend it out, and it gives you more of that like blurred lip color, kind of like that, you guys can see. So you can make it as opaque as you want or as light as you want, which is what I loved about this formula. And it was just so comfortable on the lips too. And then the shade that I have on right now is the shade called Room Service, which is more of a muted brown shade. I definitely think this is a color that everybody would reach for. Speaking of lip products, I have to give this an honorable mention because I used the crap out of this. This is not something that came out in 2020, but they did kind of re-promote it with one of their collections. This is Colourpop's Lippie Pencil and BFF3. It is my absolute favorite brown lip liner of all time. Super creamy, super affordable. The only thing that I hate about the Lippie pencils is that it does this. So after you sharpen it, the pencil in it kind of comes out. I don't know why it always does that, but it does. But you guys can see that I have used and abused this lip pencil, and it's still going strong. I really like the Lippie pencils, but this is always going to be one of those that I'm always going to reach for, regardless of what shades they come out with. Another item that I was surprisingly obsessed with, and I'm still obsessed with, and I use all the time, are the Colourpop Freckle pens. These are in the shade dark brown and soft brown. I don't think they have any other shades anymore. They used to have like 10 different shades, but now they only have these shades on the website. But these are absolutely phenomenal. The thing I like about them is that they look really natural, because a natural freckle has like a little bit of a green undertone to it. So you guys can see that is dark brown right here, and then soft brown is right next to it. So you guys can kind of see that it has a little bit of that green undertone to it. So it's just going to give you that nice natural freckled look. It's not going to be super heavy. It's really easy to apply. I can literally do it like in my sleep. Like I literally would just start applying it and just, it'll be good to go. And then I like taking a sponge and just blending it out, because I feel like it looks a little bit more natural and kind of melts in with my makeup. And people have even asked me, like, have you always had freckles? And I'm like, yes. Obviously, no, I don't have freckles. I tell them I don't have freckles. And then this was something that was surprising to me that I really ended up loving a lot. This is the, from Colourpop land, this is the Queen Frostine Pixie Puff Highlighter. So this is what it looks like right here in the container. You guys can see it right there. I don't know if it's still available on the website, but this is just absolutely stunning. I don't have the puff in here. The puff is in my room. But first of all, it smells like candy. Like it literally smells like cotton candy, and it is so like nice. And then I don't even have space anymore to swatch things. But look at how beautiful this is. Like, putting this, I love putting this on my décolleté or on my like collarbones whenever I have on like a shirt that shows that. And I also like using it on my cheekbones too. I really like the glow that it gave me. It's like blinding, but it was subtle at the same time. So I feel like it was like so underrated, and that people kind of passed this up. But if they ever come out with one of these, I highly recommend it, especially if you like body glow. This is gonna be your friend right here. And then last but not least, I had to leave the best collection that Colourpop came out with, and my favorite product that Colourpop came out with in 2020 for last, because I was so excited and so hyped, and I cried a little bit when I got this PR package, because I was not expecting to get it at all. Because even though I did win that spot on the Colourpop PR list, didn't mean that I got every single collection that Colourpop came out with. There was a lot of collections that I didn't end up getting through PR, and I just ended up either purchasing them myself or just passing on them. But it was the Sailor Moon Pretty Guardian palette. The packaging literally is showing my excitement for it. So excited. This palette was just, I mean, this collection was just amazing. Like the whole entire collection was right up my alley. I was literally, I think this was like when we were in lockdown maybe. I don't think I went back to work just yet when this collection came out. I think Colourpop had just reopened their facilities and things were starting to open back up. And I was actually on a Sailor Moon kick. I was watching it on Hulu, and I watched like probably 5 or 6 seasons of it. And I mean, I watched it as a little girl, and I just was rewatching it. So when this collection came out, it's like I knew all about Sailor Moon. Like I was so current with it because I had just finished watching it. And I was just so excited, and this palette is just absolutely stunning. I feel like this was like the first time that Colourpop came out with something in the pastel range, which is something that we had been asking from Colourpop for like, I don't even know. I feel like every time they're like, what do you guys want to see? Everyone's always like, a pastel collection. So it's like, when this came out, it was so exciting because we got those pastels that we finally wanted, and it was Sailor Moon. This was just such a great palette, honestly. I feel like you can create so many beautiful soft looks, and it just really embodied and captured the essence of Sailor Moon. As I speak, the whole entire collection is available to shop for, except for one of the Ultra Blotted lip kits, but every single product from the collection is available on the website. So if you guys have been wanting to pick up the Colourpop Sailor Moon collection, now is your time to pick it up. They even have the full collection that's available too, so definitely check it out. The Pretty Guardian palette is available too, so If you guys wanted this collection and weren't able to get it, this is your time. And don't forget that Colourpop has Afterpay. Any purchases past $35 or more, you can break it up into 4 easy payments that come out every 2 weeks, interest free. You don't have to have a credit check or anything for Afterpay. It is literally the reason why I'm broke all the time. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys with my top 10 products from Colourpop. Let me know which items you guys were loving from Colourpop, whether if they did come out in 2020 or if it's just an item that you've been loving for a long time from Colourpop. I would love to know. And let me know what videos you guys want to see from me next, so that way I can film that for you guys as well. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this kind of video, so I know what videos to make for you guys in the future. And also make sure that you guys do hit the red subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, so that way you guys are always informed as to when I upload a video, because let's just be honest, lately they have been pretty sporadic. There's no consistency to it, but that is because I'm creating so much other content for my other social media, such as Instagram, TikTok, and even Facebook. Yes, I know Facebook is still alive. So if you guys are interested in checking me out and following me in any of my other social medias, I will have them linked down below as well. And let me know that you guys are following me from YouTube, and I would love to follow you guys back and we can become best friends. So anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then.